he made. But any moments that Christian or Peyton get, this is a closeout game. I ran out starters, heavy minutes, and thankfully that paid off, and we don't have to kind of go back and try to get Game 6 in L.A.
Coach, you said the start in Game 4 was unacceptable. Did you see that intensity at the start of Game 5 that you wanted to see?
Oh, yeah. No, our guys are ready to go. That's one thing about our group. I think we have the ability to be honest with each other and, more importantly, be honest with ourselves. And they knew that, that game in L.A., Game 4, wasn't who we are and what we're about. And what's important is how do you bounce back? And I felt, once again, we talked about winning the first quarter, not playing from a deficit, and we did that tonight. And that was great to see some growth in that area. And that's got to continue as we move forward.
Two things. First, this wasn't another 29-point game for Aaron Gordon, but how big was that offensive rebound in traffic late in the game to deny a possession where you guys would have been trailing in the last minute? And then sort of when you zoom out and look at this series, like you said, a little closer than maybe the 5 games would indicate, how do you kind of sort of overall evaluate the way the team is playing so far in the playoffs going into the second round?
Well, regarding Aaron, I mean, he's a warrior and does the dirty work. So 7 points, 6 assists, 13 rebounds, 5 on the offensive glass. None bigger than that one in traffic that he wrestles away from 2 Lakers, and we wound up getting a kick-out 3. And those are huge extra possessions and huge points for us down the stretch of a very close game. And then how would I rate how we're playing right now? As I said, all series, and we won the series 4-1. I think there's so much room for improvement. It was great to see us finally make some threes tonight, 16 of 38. That has been a real area where we have struggled, not because they weren't good looks, just because they weren't going down. But we can get better, and we're going to have to be better because Minnesota was the #1 team in the West for most of the year. And, that's going to be a hard-fought series. And I'm sure they're going to want revenge from last season.
Coach, what is getting tested? I'm over here. Sorry, I'm like way in the corner.
Flowers.
Yeah. What is getting tested like this in this first-round series kind of do for you guys?
Well, I think, iron sharpens iron, man. And, they forced us to dig deep and find different ways to beat them. And, Nikola Jokic, you consider what he did in this series with the constant double teaming. It's really incredible. But you want to be tested, and that's what when you play against really talented teams like the Lakers, man, they force you to dig deep and they force you to be disciplined and urgent and tough and aggressive, everything you could come up with. And so this series definitely has gotten us ready for the Minnesota series. But with that being said, we will have to play even better if we're going to have any chance of trying to compete with them.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.
Nicole and Jamal here tonight.
Tyler, do you want me to transcribe that MPJ quote?
Yeah, thanks.
Coach Malone said that that you guys had an emotional conversation just before the game about whether you would be able to play with the calf. What was kind of that conversation like, and how badly did you want to be able to play in this game?
I don't know. I didn't watch the interview, but I mean, yeah, I came a little earlier today to see if I was going to be able to go, and I felt like I could, and they just didn't want me to risk it. They told me no. And I didn't say no. So I didn't want to leave my teammates out there. You know, we've been battling all season. Everybody's hurt at some point. Everybody's going through something, and I just wouldn't be able to live with myself if I wasn't able to play this game. So I just did everything. We just did everything we could, and got a lot of people in the room to talk about the plan, and I was able to go out there and give 40 minutes worth. So I'm just glad, you know, they listened to me. They listened to me listening to my body, and just trusting me with it. So it was a team effort.
Hey Jamal, after you made the shot again, but what are the things that you think the Nuggets can repeat against the Minnesota in the next series?
We gotta be a little bit more disciplined with the game plan. You know, I think, you know, there's so many counters and so many coverages and so many matchups and all that you know, sometimes in the game you're just reading, reacting. I think if we do a better job of just sticking with the game plan that we come up with, I think we'll do a good job of. Well, that's the game plan. We'll do a better job. So I just think we've got to be a little bit of discipline and just limit turnovers. You know, we can't give them life, can't give them extra possessions, and got to rebound.
Jamal, can you take us through, I guess, the similarities and maybe the differences between the game winner tonight and the one last week?
Game 2, I went right, and game 4, I went 5 and went left.
Jamal, were you able to, you know, get the explosion off the dribble that you normally get, and how did you compensate, and how were you able to get to your spots, especially in the second half, if you know, not being able to get to your spot?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in my opinion, I was moving well enough, you know, for me to go. Obviously, that's a big thing if you're not moving well. But my biggest thing was jumping. You know, I think it was tough for me to leave the ground, even just on jump shots. I tried to like, you know, have a deeper gather, just so I didn't put a lot of stress on my calves. So in the first quarter, the shots I took, I was just gathering a little bit more, and then it started to warm up, and then the adrenaline started to kick in. Yeah, just leaving the ground, I think, was the biggest worry for me when I was playing. But now that we got a week off, I'm just glad I get to rest the body and you know, come back fresh and rejuvenated against T-Wolves on Saturday.
Jamal, obviously, you finished the series here, don't have to go back to LA. How proud of you of the team for being able to finish it in this way and just be able to stick with it in the fourth quarter? That was a really tough fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's tough, man. They played the whole series. They played great. LeBron is such a beast, bro. I don't know how old he is, but to go play 44 minutes, man, and like play really good, that just speaks a lot to his greatness, man. It was one of those games where we had to stay locked in, and they just make you think so much. Even when you're winning or you're winning games, it's still a good game. There's still a lot of like details that go into it. So, yeah, it was just an impressive win by us. I think Porter's been amazing. I think AG had a huge rebound after I bricked one of those shots. You know, KCP's fighting through that ankle. I mean, Jokic is being Jokic, man. It's like, I think it's just everybody's locked in, even when we're not making shots. We're just finding a way to grit it out and just stay together and just take the haymakers that they were throwing at us. So shout out to the Lakers, man. They gave us a great series. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm just glad we got the job done on our home court.
Jamal, 2 game winners in the same series. As a basketball fan,
Have you ever seen something like that? And what is it like to maybe be the first person to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, you know. Those are shots that you dream of as a little kid. You practice in the backyard, at the playground. But I mean, like I said in game 2, man, we don't get to that shot without everybody pitching in. Like I said, AG had a huge rebound. Like that was, I can't tell you how big that rebound that was. Mike hit a few huge threes, and yeah, like I said, man, it's a team effort. You know, I can go and put 2 points at the end of the game, and that's how, you know, a lot of guys talk about. But like my teammates, man, like I'm not the only one that's working out there. So my teammates have been just doing a great job of just sticking with it, even when they're not making shots or stuff's not going our way. You know, just finding a way to win an extra possession or get an extra stop. That can be the game right there. You know, sometimes making the shot is the easy part. You know, this is stopping LeBron freaking James. You know, can we do that? You know what I'm saying? So that was a challenge today.
Jamal, after LeBron's free throws, 26 seconds left, you walked the ball into the front court. What were you looking for there, or what were you thinking about, or was there?
Well, it's basically a timeout. So I think we had 2 timeouts and they didn't have any. So when I looked at Coach, we called the play. I looked back. I asked him if we should go right away. I think it was only a 2 or 3 second difference, maybe 4. And we knew what we were going to get to. We going to get the last shot. Yeah, man, I think that was the timeout right there. I think I'm an extension of him out there, so I was able to relay the message. Everybody got to their spots. I got to mine, and we were able to close it out.
Jamal, how important was just the start for you guys, just to finally find that success again and that intensity that Coach said was lacking?
Yeah, I mean, all the players touched on it too. Just making sure we come out and then try to have the lead by halftime or by the first quarter, whatever. That was our main focus. So I think we did a better job of just bringing that energy and weathering the storms and playing for each other during that stretch. So it was good to see and good to be a part of. And we're going to need more of that consistency down the stretch. So yeah, it was definitely a focal point going tonight, knowing that we didn't want to go back to LA.
Jamal, LeBron dunked on you the other day, and tonight you dunked on him. What would you say about going against one of the greats to ever play in this game?
I don't know where to start, man. I remember when I was a little kid, and he was playing against Orlando, and he was in Cleveland, and I was wearing his jersey. My barber is my dad's best friend, and he got me a jersey for my birthday or whatever, I forget. And I was trying to remember a time where I could wear it, and I remember wearing the jersey while he was playing against Orlando, and he hit that shot with 1 second left. And I remember talking to my dad, like, I'm a little kid, so I don't know much. And I'm just like, there's no way they're going to win. There's no way you're going to win. And I just remember him catching and hitting it. And I just remember being out of breath. Like, I just got punched in the gut. Like, I didn't know how to react. He's been one of my favorite players from time. And just a pleasure to go against him, man. Like, he makes you think during the game. You know what I'm saying? He's still a physically dominant guy out there, but he makes you think the game and the reads and the passes, and his timing is great. He's super athletic on top of that, you know. So I mean, I don't know. You guys know LeBron, man. It's a pleasure to go against him. I know it's a lot of fun, obviously, to get the win too. But yeah, he blocked me a couple times. You know, I think I made a couple layups over him during the series, and I was like, go get it. And he blocked me on one, and he blocked my dunk, I think, one of the games too. So it was just fun to have that kind of back and forth with one of the greats. Appreciate it.
I did see you go in.
to have been kind of on the fence or on the line about whether he was going to play tonight, and then to hit a second game winner. Just how impressed have you been by his ability to kind of rise to meet moments, even when the shooting efficiency has been down sort of as a whole in this series?
You know, we were just faking that out. You know, he was faking it, and then we relaxed them, and it worked. So, I mean, I knew that he's gonna play. To be honest, even that I didn't talk to him, like I know he wants to play and he wants to be in a big game. So, even that he didn't shoot maybe well, it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
How much confidence do you guys have in Jamal at that point that Peyton Watson said in the locker room he's undeniable? What is it like when you know he's going to have the last shot?
That's a word that I don't know what it means, but a lot. You know, he's a tough shot maker. You know, I think he makes more tough shots than easy open looks. That's my opinion. I think he loves those moments. He loves those situations, and I'm really confident in him that he's gonna make it the shot.
Nikola, how much better can you guys be based off how you played in this series heading into the series against Minnesota?
I mean, we created open looks. We didn't make a lot of open looks. Today we made 16 threes, which is okay number. But I think through the series we didn't make open looks. As a group, we created open looks. So probably the making open looks was what's going to be something that kind of upgrade and creative open looks. You know, as long as you create open looks, I think it's you need to be satisfied with the offense and defensively. I think we did a good job. You know, 106 points. We get the stops when we needed. You know, I think we can match up to Minnesota kind of good. So we will see. You know, I think it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Nikola, you didn't have any free throws. I'm sorry, Nicole. You didn't have any free throws. Coach Malone said that was the most remarkable stat of the night. But it was a physical game, start to finish. KCP was hurt. Jamal was hurt. What does it say about the toughness, the physical nature that you guys have as a team?
We just want to build that surrounding around that we are tough. You know, we are really not hurt. We just want to make everybody think that we are hurt, especially Minnesota. You know, but you know, KCP I think he's a winner. I think he proved us that he's a winner. He is always in the right spot. He is always doing the right things. He's the guy who you cannot be mad at him in anything what he do. So you know, I believe in my guys, and I think we the toughness is something that right now in the playoffs it's not even a question, to be honest, if you ask me.
Nikola, Michael Porter Jr. was a consistent number 2 for you guys throughout the entire series. Just how valuable was it to have somebody who was just kind of consistent throughout the entire 5
He was
games?
good, yeah. He was great. I think he made a lot of good shots, especially the game 3 in LA. In LA, he was amazing. Even today, he made some big shots. He made 5 threes, and like you said, someone who was consistent. And I mean, he just a threat that we have in him. Like when you have him on the court, is even if he's like 0 for 6, you know he's gonna make you think he's gonna make the next one. So I think it's I would like to have him in my team for sure.
Right here. Is it fun playing Minnesota?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like the whole round, the whole series was interesting to me because they double me most of the time. So you know, I'm just glad that we found a way to create open looks and we trust each other. So I think that's a great like a team bonding, if that makes any sense. Like we know it, like chemistry. I think the next series is going to be completely different. So, but still, like I think we believe in each other and trust each other so much that we just can. I think we can just be better at this point.
Nikola, whether you and your teammates or whether some of them are faking it or not, how nice is it to get the extra rest by closing it out? Because Coach said he didn't want to have to get on a plane and play Thursday.
Oh, definitely. I didn't want to play Thursday, but to be honest, if you ask me, I would like to play Minnesota in 2-3 days. I don't like 5 days off. My body thinks it's a rest.
Well, what makes, the two-man, down the stretch, what makes it so, the execution, what makes that so good for you guys, such a good play for you guys down the stretch?
It's Mike and KCP. You cannot leave those two guys. You cannot leave Aaron. He showed that if you leave him in game 3, he had like 30 points. So if you leave him, he's going to be dominant. And Jamal is a guy who is going to make a lot of shots. So it's a team. It's okay. It's a two-man game, because people making it two-man game. But it's the whole team. Like, you can risk something. Like, okay, I'm going to leave Mike open right in the corner, who is shooting probably 50% the whole life. So it's the whole team that makes it really perfect.
Game 2, Aaron had that big rebound to kick out for MPJ. Tonight, he grabs the one over LeBron to kick out to Jamal. What are the things that Aaron brings that aren't going to show up as much in the box, where it's just going to show up as a rebound in the box score? But what does he do that helps you guys win?
Yeah, after game 3, I said it. Like, sometimes he's going to have a 30 points, sometimes he's going to have a 7, and he made a winning plays. I think he accepted the role, and he know what he's doing, and I think that's a great teammate, a great player that sacrificing himself for something bigger than just stats.
Nikola, Jamal did not want to take any of the credit at the end of the game, but he hit 2 game-winning shots in the same series. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I saw him score 50 a couple times, but I'm not sure that I saw 2 game winnings in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days apart. So 6, how many days apart? I don't even know. 7 days apart. So no, I think I didn't see that, but I saw him doing something like a couple 50 games in a week or 2.
Nikola, you said after the last game that you learned from horse racing, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I'm curious if there's any other parallels in your mentality or your approach, horse racing and attacking the NBA playoffs.
I don't know. Can I think about it, Katie? So I'm going to give you the answer when I think about it. Yeah, no, I think that's the only one probably. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Hey, pleasure like always.